3, 2, mark it.
What's up, guys? Today I'm going to talk to you about the specificities of lifting. Basically meaning, how can you add muscle size if you're trying to get bigger? 3 different specificities, 3 different ways of doing it. Number 1 is mechanical specificity. Mechanical specificity states that it's the amount of weight you're pushing, your body's able to move. It's lifting heavy and the body gets used to that. That's one way the body grows. Number 2, neurological specificity. Neurological specificity states that the muscle will get accustomed to lifting under more tension or longer periods of tension. So for example, say you're lifting lighter weight and you're putting the muscle through 30 seconds of tension, then that's neurological specificity. Number 3, metabolic specificity. That basically means the amount of energy the body's using to carry out the workout or to carry out the exercise. So for example, it's the amount of time you take off between sets, or the amount of time it takes you, for example, doing a rest pause. You know, the rest pause set. You're doing one set, nice, comfortable pace. You get, say you do 10 reps, you put the weight down for 10 seconds approximately, and you pick it back up and do as many as you can again. Okay, so basically when you guys take the specificities and you play around with them, then you can gain so much muscle, you can gain so much strength, you can gain size. But the thing is, where we go wrong is we stay in one specificity, or we focus on one specificity way too much. And then that's how your body just gets accustomed to that and it won't grow. So for example, you go to the gym, you see all these guys that start off with 3 plates on each side and they're benching, you know, over 300 pounds, 350, even 400, whatever. Their egos are way up there, but that's another thing. So they're using mechanical specificity more. Yeah, they're putting the muscle in tension, but the thing is they're trying to push so much weight and they can only do it 3 times, 2 times, you know, whatever. So what they have to, they keep doing that month after month, week after week. So what happens is that the body gets accustomed to that, and then they don't see any gains or any progress simply because the body isn't getting anything new, you know? Same thing, neurological specificity. There's the guys that lift so light, they should do so many reps, you know, they're trying to get a sweat in because they believe that that's going to help them. And they do that day after day, week after week, month after month. And the thing is, yeah, they get more endurance. Yeah, they can, you know, run for longer periods of time, or they can do push-ups, so many push-ups, you know, they could do, say, over 50 push-ups in a minute. And compared to someone who lifts heavy, where they can only do a few, say they do it every week, well, they're not getting anywhere because they're lacking the other specificities. And then metabolic specificity. You know, how many times don't you go to the gym and you're waiting for, say, a bench, you're waiting for a rack, you know, similar to squat, to deadlift, whatever. Someone's texting on their phone. Right? They finish their sets, they're testing on their phone, you know, they're talking to someone else, they're carrying conversations, you know, whatever. But that right there, they're lacking metabolic specificity. You know, they're taking too much time between the sets, you know, they're not upping their time. More than 60 seconds, if you're trying to gain strength or size, is way too much. You know, power lifters, yeah, you can take up to 5 minutes of time between sets, but if you're trying to gain size, if you're trying to work on strength, that's a little, well, strength would be powerlifting, but that's a little too much time. Anywhere from 30 seconds minimum to about 60 seconds, 90 seconds would be ideal. I'm gonna show you guys different ways of where you can take certain specificities and move them around, you know, shift them around, and so you can get more progress. The thing is, you don't wanna change specificities every week or every month, or, you know, you wanna stick to certain exercises and different programs, and you can do for example, say 1 month you're lifting pretty heavy, you're focusing on lifting heavy with a few days here and there of lifting lighter with more reps, right? You could do that. You can do, say, a program where every week the first exercise, say like for example, if you're doing push, pull, and legs, and you're repeating that twice a week, which is basically push, pull, legs, rest, push, pull, legs, that's 7 days. So what you would do there is the first day of the week, you would lift heavy, right? Using that mechanical specificity. Then the second day of that week, when you're doing push again. So first day push was lifting heavy. Second day push, you're gonna focus on doing more reps, getting that blood in there. You know, remember the muscle recovers when you're not working out. And yes, 2 days later or 3 days later, the muscles are fully recovered, but you can still you can still engorge the muscle with blood and focus on that expansion of the muscle fibers. Look, everything is used in every workout, metabolic, mechanical, and neurological, but it's how much of one thing you use more than the other. So for example, in drop sets, you're using more neurological, you're putting the muscle under tension for way longer periods of time. When you're doing supersets, it's the same thing. When you're doing pyramids, same thing, more neurological. But say you're really focusing on hitting 8 reps, and you're doing the heaviest weight you can, you know, number 6, 6th rep feels really heavy, 7th you were just powering through it, and 8th is kind of like choppy, then you're using most mechanical. You know, so different things you can do like that. Now the thing also, when you're using any trick like that on the boat, with supersets, drop sets, pyramids, reverse pyramids, you want to make sure you don't overuse them, because eventually your body won't be able to get any progress from them because they get used to it. And those basically like the best tricks, if you will, the best tricks that your body can utilize to grow more, to get that progress, to get that extra push when you hit a plateau. Cool? Alright guys, this is Will signing off. Peace.